speaking of being scared, that is exactly what the Biden administration seems to want. They want you to be scared to death, and they want you to be the ones to tell you when to be scared, what to be scared of. But far more importantly, they want to tell you what you can and cannot do, especially if you're scared. And make no mistake, they are far more interested in taking control of what is going on. And they are peddling this fear-mongering propaganda every single day from every place they possibly can, so they can be broadcast on as many TV stations, radio stations, blogs, podcasts, live, taped, streaming, doesn't matter. They're like the modern Tokyo Roses out there. They want to get inside your head every time they possibly can. And they want you worried. They want you worried about a host of things. Things that they will then tell you only we, the elite, powerful leaders of government, can solve these problems for you. But you must never trust completely and never question us. Never question us, because if you do, we will smear you as a purveyor of misinformation and disinformation. Have you canceled? The fear-mongering list from Joe Biden and his team is really quite something. And Jake Sullivan, he put it together for us. He says we should spend lots of money, just not on America. Listen to this.
This is an affirmative agenda. It is an agenda about providing high standards, transparent, sustainable, resilient funding streams to countries that cut through the red tape and give not just the poorest countries in the world, but middle-income countries who are dealing with the stresses of climate and COVID and migration and the war in Ukraine, access to capital that they can actually take advantage of and put to work. That's not against anybody. That is not a negative agenda. That is an affirmative agenda, positive agenda, and one that's been embraced not just by the United States, not just by our closest allies, but by a very wide range and diverse set of countries. And we believe it will be embraced by the G20 as a whole when we go to New Delhi.
So we need you to be afraid of climate, COVID, the border, Ukraine. Just a quick short list. There he is, Jake Sullivan, giving you the laundry list of what you should fear. Of course, they failed to mention the real threats to America, which include, first and foremost, people like Jake Sullivan and his ilk, who do not care about the U.S. Constitution or the fact that they have a fundamental misunderstanding of how America works. You see, these people actually think we work for them and not the other way around, which is really strange. Also quite predictable. I mean, Congress kept ceding power to the bureaucrats, staffers, lobbyists, and a whole host of swamp dwellers. As a result, we, the people, get screwed. They think that they're in charge of us. They've got it 180 degrees out of phase.